Greetings, and welcome back to my little slice of heaven on earth. And I'm talking about my garden spaces. Spaces, because now I have two. So this is the OG, this is around the back. I have a lot to do around here, a lot of moving around, rearranging a few things. I've already moved a few plants from this area that has gotten too big or they're just not getting enough light. And I've moved them to the front and they're doing good so far. And we always highlight, the good, but there's also the bad, like this. So I have to cut that away and clean up a little bit. See how everything is coping if I want to move anything. It's been a little cold for the past couple of days. And I don't really get out here as much as I want to, but the weather is nice today, so I wanted to get some things done. I wanted to share this with you before we get into today's video because today's video will be around the front, cleaning up, feeding the plants, and some repotting. I wanted a booby cactus for the longest, but I was not willing to pay the price tag they're asking for it. So I was just hoping I will spot it in Walmart or Home Depot one of these days. And finally, my Walmart had like a whole bunch of them. And I picked up one yesterday. This also happened yesterday where one of my begonias fell and both of the stem broke off. This is what I'm left with behind. I'm gonna water it and yeah, it will grow. It will be fine, but they were hanging over too much and I was putting something on a stand and my hand bounced it, hit it off, and that was it. I did let it cure overnight, which let it seal up where the it was open, and then I put it in some water in the morning. So when these start growing nice roots, I'll repot them. But it was growing so nice. The backs of the leaves are this nice pink blush, just beautiful. We have a lot of fallen leaves. We always have fallen leaves. I have two big trees at the front, and yeah, it's just my reality. So I have to blow those up, pick them up, and repot a few. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get to everyone that needs to be repotted, but I'm gonna start with this guy over here. Oh no, it's filled with water. See, it's a lovely thing. Ugh, I didn't even realize that we had some rain. But yeah, let's get to it. These are the orchids I moved from around the back to the front where they can get more light because I want lots of bloom this year, like, but not too much light because if they're on the other side, they'll get burned. So I'm watching them. I just moved them this week. It did rain. I was worried about that, them gathering too much water, but they seem to be okay. So I'm gonna check in on them. I'm hoping for these spikes to continue growing and produce more blooms. They're spent, but they're still nice and green, so I left them on there like this one, and now it's budding again. So Yeah. Garden should be something that you truly, enjoy doing. Um, if it's becoming too overwhelming or too tedious, or you're finding that you're not loving garden like you used to before, because I've been in that space, maybe you need to reevaluate the plants that are around you. Um, if they're needy, or if they're not, maybe you want to see blooms, and you're used to collecting more greenery plants. Like me, I used to collect a lot of greenery plants until I started introducing colors and blooms. And then I find that I'm enjoying it a little bit more. So change up a few things, simplify things, because sometimes things can get very hectic and overwhelming when you're dealing with grow lights, and especially if you have indoor plants. I will assume this is the case. I don't have indoor plants, but sometimes they get too big. Like even for around the back patio, it gets too big for the space, or not enough sun. So then you realize you have to get plants that kind of fit into your space with your elements as well. So there's a lot of things to put in factor, because trust me, if you're taking care of your plants and they're flourishing and you love doing it, and you see the rewards of a bloom, a new leaf, a new stem, and you see them flourishing, you will fall in love again if you've been falling out of love with your plants. So, yeah. So we have some regular potting mix here that seems chunky enough. See, it was sitting in so much water. Oh my goodness, and I didn't realize. I'm not happy about that. Look at the backside of this one. Oh, it's so pretty. Nicely repotted. I'm not gonna water it for a few days because it was very soaked. So I managed to clean up all the leaves, repot one plant, and then I also wash the leaves and feed and water all the plants. Well, majority of them. The ones that felt heavy, because we did get rain last week, I did not water because they don't need water. I feed the orchids and the oyas with the spray Miracle Grow fertilizer, and all the other potted plants I did a diluted liquid fertilizer. And yeah, so that's it for this video. Mission accomplished for today. I love how silvery the leaves of these begonias are. I don't even capture that on screen. Remember to like, share, and subscribe.